Work Options is a Denver nonprofit using food as a force for good, feeding neighbors in need while training people for careers in culinary and hospitality. One of their hands-on training sites is Helping Hen Cafe with partner the Urban Land Conservancy. Work Options Executive Director Julie Stone and Andrea Burns, ULC's Vice President of Impact and Engagement, are here to share how this collaboration is creating real opportunity in the community. First of all, thank you for being here. You're wonderful humans. You're good angels. So, Julie, what is Work Options? Start there. And how are you using food to drive long-term changes in people's lives?
So, thanks for having us.
Oh, we're honored.
Work Options is a 30-year-old nonprofit here in Denver, and we use food as a force for good, as you said, and we do that by distributing food to people who are hungry and by providing culinary job training to those who come from marginalized communities.
Wow.
And who need skills to be successful in the workforce.
So you're just an all-around wonderful human being, and this is a fabulous, I mean, you couldn't think of a better thing to do with food and help people feed themselves and then move on with being a chef and all of that. I mean, that's really phenomenal. Andrea, can you tell us more about ULC and the unique connection you have with Work Options in their cafe?
Yeah, a few years ago, so Urban Land Conservancy is a nonprofit real estate organization. A few years ago when the Johnson and Wales campus came up for sale, we, along with our partners, bought it with the idea of turning it into a place for the community.
Wow.
And so the idea was affordable housing, affordable spaces for nonprofits to operate. And so today, Work Options is one of several nonprofits working at the Mosaic Community Campus, which is what it's now called. And there's affordable housing there. And Urban Land Conservancy's role is to hold the land and make sure these places are affordable in perpetuity and that they're always a place for the community.
Which is what we need, in perpetuity, because I'm always scared they're going to go away. So that's so important. Julie, your work reaches across the city, including meal preparation for transitional housing sites through the Micro Communities Initiative. Can you talk about that and the impact that program has?
You bet. So 5 years ago, just like everybody else, we were forced to close when COVID hit, right?
Wow.
But within 4 days, we realized that we, as an organization, had the resources and the knowledge and opportunity to create meals for those who are hungry, right? So from that time, 5 years ago, we have just now crossed the 300,000 meals distributed, right?
Stop, 300,000 people.
300,000, and those meals have gone to seniors and families and folks coming out of incarceration, as well as those who are transitioning from homelessness. But one of the things that was awesome was not only did the meals nourish the communities, but also the folks who are in our training program who were making those meals.
Wow.
They experience a sense of pride and satisfaction.
Sure, the dignity.
Right.
That,
you know, when they can help their neighbors, they move forward. And for that reason, I like to always point out that when Work Options spends $1, you get $2 worth of value, right? Not only do you get the food, but you also buy the training for that individual. So obviously, everyone should contribute a lot to Work Options.
Did we hear this? Everyone should contribute a lot. 300,000 people, and it gives not only food but dignity. I really think that's so important. That is overlooked in a lot of ways. Julie, Helping Hen Cafe, which is a great name. It just makes me want to go and be like, hello, everyone.
Right.
It's one of the places your students gain hands-on training. But beyond that, how do your programs support long-term career success? Because I know that's hard to continue.
Yeah. So our students, once you're a student at Work Options, you're a student for life. We will provide you re-employment services, resource provision, mental health support, disability support, all sorts of different supports. And that goes on forever. We have a new initiative where we are working with non-traditional food service organizations like hospitals and manufacturing and healthcare, those kind of areas where there are marvelous, sustainable, stable careers. And so we're working with those agencies to create pathways, stable pathways.
Beautiful, and that's for the long term.
Right, and then we also have advanced programs past our core programs. So we have apprenticeship programs that there's some quick ones, an 8-week program, but then we also have full year in line cook or kitchen apprentice.
This is amazing.
So
Andrea, ULC, as I like to call it because I know it so well, is known for investing in land and properties for the communities, which is also something I didn't think of, to be honest. Why is providing reduced cost facilities for mission-driven partners such a priority for you?
Well, ULC was established 22 years ago because the cost of real estate was driving individuals and families out of the Denver metro area because they couldn't afford to stay. And we both work toward affordable housing to prevent displacement like that, but we also work on affordable nonprofit spaces because nonprofits need spaces they can afford too.
Right.
They have to pay rent too. And so it's really important, it's part of our mission to help stabilize and support nonprofits that are so important in our community that provide critical services, health clinics, preschools, and job training programs. We want them to be stable too. We want places to be holistic, both with housing and kind of life supports, and that's something that you can find at the Mosaic Community Campus.
Unbelievable. You heard this. Donate, donate, donate. Unbelievable. I think you're feeding the souls of people as well as just feeding them. I think that's wonderful. Unbelievable. All right, the things that Work Options and the Urban Land Conservancy are doing together is just an excellent example of how purpose and partnerships can create real impact. So be sure to visit Helping Hen Cafe on the Mosaic campus or visit their website, workoptions.org. Learn more about Urban Land Conservancy at urbanlandc.org. Thank you again so much.